Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Tom Marshall. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. It means a great deal. Today we are going to look and review at the film Wasteman, a film that makes Shawshank look like a walk in a park. This film will have you shifting in your seat, looking around anxiously and nervously around at everyone else and creating distrust. It is brutal, savage, and at times quite disturbing, but a very good film and great performances from David Jonsson and Tom Blyth, who are the main stars. Let's get into it. So the film Wasteman is a film that takes a look at life in the prison system in the UK and is centered around the main character called Taylor, played by David Jonsson. And he's been in prison for 13 years at this point, and his crime was dealing a bad batch of drugs to a bunch of people, and they had a bad reaction to it and they died. So he is in for manslaughter and is literally keeping his head down, not causing too much trouble, and essentially just trying to get by each day. He has an opportunity to have early release, and this is because the prison system in the UK struggling for resources and manpower and staff to help sort of keep these prisons going. And so, as a result, they are reviewing these cases and seeing which ones are worse than others and decide who has early release and who gets to stay in a way to sort of reduce the prison population, to manage it a lot easier, and hopefully reduce the amount of people in prison. So he has this opportunity come his way where he's sort of got to try and keep his head down and not cause any issues or trouble, as long as he fills out a few forms here and there during his last few days, keeps his head down, sticks to rules, then he'll be let out until a spanner is thrown in the works where he has a new cellmate called D. This is Tom Blythe's character, who comes in full of life, full of charisma, and has his own business in amongst the prison system where he gets goods from the outside, brings them in, sells them to the general population, and has a reputation for this as well, being from other prisons and been successful in building his business in the inside. And so he is very unpredictable. And this is not good for Taylor because he wants to just not draw any attention to himself. All he wants to do is just spend the remaining days of his prison sentence and get out unscathed. And so this creates a lot of tension between the two of them. It's very much escalates at times, although at first they do have a friendship and a bond through hardship and, through surviving prison life. And so over time, there becomes a distrust between the two of them, and there's a conflict there as well. And especially when you put these two different people in such close confines, it really hammers in that aspect of claustrophobia in the prison system. It's very, very unsettling at times, and so there is very much that conflict. And so the film is essentially Taylor's story of survival, trying to make it to the last of his sentence. But this film is actually really tremendous and really, really enjoyable as well. And also, like I said, very unsettling at times. You're very much sifting in your seat and you can feel the nervousness and the anxiousness of the people living in this situation. And it's really tough at times when you're watching it and you sit there and you're like, oh, that's not good. It doesn't glamorize prison life at all. It really does not. And it's brutal, it's savage, and you feel it. It's palpable. What they do really well in this film is they keep the aspect ratio a little bit closer in. It's not like a full widescreen shot, which makes you, the audience member, to narrow your field of vision and make you focus on every shot, which is great, but also giving you that sense of claustrophobia, bringing it in that much closer in. So you're right there in the prison cells with them. It almost feels like a documentary of how life is like in prison. And it makes you think twice about doing any crime or making any bad decisions. It makes you think about your life and makes you think about the decisions that you've made up until this point, and makes you think that actually maybe your life isn't as bad as you thought it was. And that's what great art can do sometimes, is really sort of make you go inward and make you think about yourself at times. And so the performances by Tom Blyth and David Jonsson are terrific, and you can really tell they have some really sort of great chemistry together as well. Some great British acting ability going on here. It's really, really great. I can't fault it. What they do really well also is that they mix in, to break up the film a little bit, mobile phone footage of what's going on in the prisons as well, which is really daunting and eerie and makes you cringe at times. And it's just really sort of like a well-crafted film. It kind of looks like they actually filmed in a fully functioning prison. And if they hadn't, amazing set decoration, amazing sets, it's very visceral experience when you're watching this film, and I highly recommend it. And yeah, if it has its faults, you may question like a few decisions and a few story elements to it, especially with regards to Taylor's character. Like, don't fully work out why he becomes like a barber to the section of prison that he's in, and there's other stuff going on as well that could use a little bit more explanation, but that's very sort of minor issues, I'd say. And yeah, the director here has done a tremendous job with the film and putting it together. I'm definitely seeing a growth in independent UK cinema right now, which is really great. This is an absolute gem of a film. There was a film that came out last year called I Swear, and I'm sure there'll be others coming this year, and I'm very much looking forward to see this independent movement happening in UK cinema, attracting high class talent like David Jonsson and Tom Blyth, who have made big blockbuster American films and TV shows as well. So it's really good time at the minute, I think, for that UK cinema scene. So go see this film, check it out. It's really intense, it's dramatic, it's brutal, savage. I think are great words to use. It makes Shawshank look like it's a walk in a park. So, yeah, if you want an alternative to Wuthering Heights, then this is it. So, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel, and I shall see you in the next video.